Hi, good evening, everyone. So we warmly welcome all the participants to the first session of set of series on the Impact IT Tech Chat Plus. So today we are going to discuss the first session, going to discuss about building Power Apps with SharePoint for the businesses, like introduction about Power App and a hands-on demo. So this is a starting session, and we are planning bi-weekly a lot of Microsoft-related technologies, along with Power Apps, more advanced and Azure, a lot of things. So coming to the topic, I'm introducing myself. So I'm Shamir Prajapriya, Principal Architect of Impact IT and Microsoft MVP under Azure Technologies. So and today my colleague is joining to conduct the practical demonstration of Power App to his Chamit Nadishan, software engineer at Impact IT. So let me start the presentation. Okay. So the first part we are going to discuss about before coming to the Power App. What is this low code and no code? So low code is basically it can be the platform which allow you to use the minimal coding expertise build and build application quickly with the minimal coding interface. Then the no code. No code means tools that allow you to like say if you are just the audience who are listening today, like are you from software engineers, like when you're going to build a mobile app or web application, how much of coding you have to write from the sketch to the advanced level, everything is coding. The no code means there are tools which allow you to do the drag and drops and just build application. So today the main topic comes with covering low code and no code with Power Apps. So coming to the why this kind of low code and no code application helps for the today's businesses. Okay, so coming to the help, I will just highlight. So there is a separation of business users as citizen developers, pro developers, that kind of a categorization. So who are these citizen developers? So citizen developers is day-to-day business users. It means like if you are a accountant, if you are a HR person, so those people are we highlight as citizen developers. In the nowadays with the AI and everything, we are now the Microsoft and a lot of other platforms giving you the benefit of getting like digitalize, automate your daily requirements. So that is why this low code and no code getting improved and highlighted. Then developers are all the IT, software engineers, developers, everyone who are running on this. And the pro developers we highlight as who are specialized in certain areas like maybe AI into Power App. So specialization is there for the pro developers. Okay. So now let's come into the benefit of this low code and no code platform. So the first thing is reduce dependency on developers. What is that means? So it means you don't know you can fully eliminate the developers. No, it says reduces dependency. So why is that? Is like say assume the if say today one of a demonstration my colleague is Chamis is going to conduct is based on a small petty cache application. So assume like in your business operation, if you want to build a mobile application where employees can request a petty cache, say their expenses or something on the application, then what is the backend work you get involved as the business process? So from IT, head of IT person need to work with the partner who can develop. If you have internal IT team, then you have to uh, from the SOW to everything you have to go and QA, quality check, security. There are a lot of process when it comes to the production. So from each level, there are specialized software engineers, everyone is getting involved. So reduce the dependency on developers means, so this kind of common made platforms you can use, is citizen developers can use, you can just drag and drop and just get done everything because everything is given by with an option as an option. You don't want to write hardcore developments. The second part is speeds up application developments. Okay, you will see. So as you one example in the today presentation is going to conduct by Chamit is sending a approval notification to Microsoft Teams, and the Teams card just click on the approve button and your approval, uh, let's say the request get approved. So if you focus on development scenario of this one, So you have to work on write the application. Okay, I have to have the option in the interface, center approval, and you have to connect the APIs for the. So when you talk about the APIs, you have to think about the security part, authentications, tokens, and everything. Then it's Teams cards getting generated on the team side. Then after that, when the user click on the team side, that response need to come on the application. So there are a lot of development process we are talking about. But with the Power App, you will realize within 10 to 15 minutes, you can just integrate everything with simple clicks, drag and drop with the available API connectors. That is why we are selling. It speeds up application development. So when we come to the mobile application development, web application development, normally the task which is get 1 month development, you can get it done simply by 2 weeks. This is only the development. But when it come to the QA, business analysis and everything, we have to spend the time. But to be honest with you, like for the QA side also, since these are low code standard platforms, you don't want to spend much time. And the more important part is security, because this the point which I'm going to take into the next slide is about Microsoft Power App. So I will just address that security part during that slide. So third point is enables business users, so citizen developers, to create apps tailored to their needs. Okay, this is what these low code platforms allows you, because like assume like there are a lot of operations happening inside the business, say petty cash request, say leave request, any kind of thing. So the small medium business to enterprises, if there is a process right now which you don't have a system to digitalize, then you can easily get done those solution applications with this kind of low code no code application with the citizen developers. Okay, why citizen developers? Then will there be no chance for the developers and pro developers to work on this? Yes, of course, because I'm saying that for the citizen developers, there's a limit where they can do the application. But when it comes to the lot of calculations, say integrations and everything, there's a need of a pro developer or pro developer. So always this is a mix of experience level, but at least when it comes to your day-to-day operations, so these low-code, no-code platforms allow you to get develop your own applications. So the last part bridges the IT business gap. So what it means? So, like when it comes to the traditional business, like the business operation, normally what the used to happen is the end user is saying, okay, I need to get down to this kind of application. The request go to the IT team. Then after IT team, okay, just call for the quotation from the vendors, multiple meeting, business requirement explanation and everything. So that cycle just make you say at least 2, 3 months to get you the just to start the development process for the application, not to use the application. So the main is when your employees, citizen developers, your real business users get used to this kind of platforms, low-code network platforms, without IT help, without IT things, they can start the automating their day-to-day operation. I'm not talking about the enterprise level applications. See, small thing, maybe as a good example. Right now, maybe someone is looking at all the vendor supply invoices and put into Excel or email and everything. Maybe someone know to get alerted about when there's a critical email received to email box, just filter them out on likewise. So citizen developers, what they can do basically is to make their life easy, make their day-to-day operations easy. We call this make it smarter. They can use this kind of low-code, no-code platform to make it their life uh, smart, I would say. So move to the next one. So now we are going to talk about why Power Apps. Okay, so Power App is a platform which provided by Microsoft uh, with all the Microsoft licenses and everything. So why this means is real world application. You can automate business processes, creating task-specific stuff for employees, connecting data across multiple systems. So Microsoft giving this platform with 700 plus connectors, like I will be talking on the next few slides. So part of the robust Microsoft Power Platform ecosystem. So Microsoft ecosystem, the beautiful approach which took by Microsoft is introducing the Microsoft Teams as the central communication platform for the business. So why Power Apps and Microsoft Teams? So when you have a central application, Say, unlike 5 years, 6, 7 years ago, now Teams providing you, okay, taking calls on the same application, looking at your meeting and chatting with the people, sharing files, everything in there. So imagine like your day-to-day operation also getting, say, application also getting embedded to Microsoft Teams. Say you are opening a one application, then through that you are just clicking the application which you want to load. So likewise, not only that, rest of the things, Word, Outlook, and everything, you can connect with this Power Platform. Seamless integration with other Microsoft 365 apps. That's what I mentioned. Like when you want to send a notification through your application to Microsoft Teams, you can. If you want to read an email which comes to your Outlook, you can. You can read Word, you can create Word files, you can work with the SharePoint files upload. There are a lot of integrations you can do with this. Then over 700 connectors to external system. So the beauty of that, so it's not only Microsoft ecosystem. I will give a good example. Right now, most of the businesses has this ERP. It can be SAP, it can be IFS, it can be Odoo. There are a lot of ERPs in the market. So in here, assume like simple scenario. So approval, maybe right now you don't have approval process in your application. Say approval flow. Say if one person gets approval, then it should go to their supervisor. You know who's the people are operating Active Directories. Their reporting person is maintained on the Active Directory. So likewise, if you want to connect like this, there is no inbuilt feature in your existing ERPs. So the why the this low code no code platform Power Apps will help you. How? So assume the money you have to invest on getting a change that kind of level to integrate with that. You can build on top of these Power Apps. So all the approval flows, getting the notification on the Teams, through the Teams you can approve, getting the notification on the email, through the email. So we call embedded buttons on the Outlook. You will get the approve or reject button inside the email. You can click. So the why, since I highlighted about the cost factor, the time you have to invest on develop these features on from the sketch, say other ERPs, it needs time, integration, security, and everything. But when it comes to Power App, there are already ready-made connectors where you can work with APIs and everything. So it's a less time you have to invest. That is why these platforms help you to reduce the cost. And the last part is responsive design cross-platform use. So when you come to the, say, I'll get the same example. When you come to the approval, assume like when they develop it, it may be the web-based. So if they ask, okay, I need a mobile application, then you have to do a investment for the mobile application development again. So Power Apps, it doesn't like. So Power Apps, there are four ways you can access. You can integrate it to Microsoft Teams. You can access through web browser. You can access to any mobile platform like Apple or Android. There's a Power Platform application. Once you sign in, all the applications are there. The last part is for the Windows, say as a separate application Power Platform when you sign in with your 365 things. So I will highlight other part also in here when it comes to the security. So, like we are doing VAPD testing or the vulnerability testing, everything for the application. When we say it's internet enable, like publicly accessible, then when it come to these Power Apps, the beauty is all the security is governed and covered with Microsoft 365 because you need to have a valid official enterprise 365 username password to access this. And you can share this application with the relevant things. And in the Microsoft 365 administration side, there's a separate Power Platform administrator area where you can see all the audits and everything. So that is why we are talking about Power Apps for your business automation. So moving to the next slide. So Power Platform in Microsoft 365. Just to give you a brief about how this licensing work. Okay, Power Platform has two type of license. We call standard and premium. So when it comes to the enterprise grade, Microsoft 365 E3 to E5, everything you get this Power Platform. We call it standard. Then Microsoft 365 business license. When you come to the Microsoft, we have license packages for small medium businesses. We call business license, and for the enterprises, we separate them. If you have more than 300 users, then you have to move as an enterprise. So then E series is for the enterprise, so business license for small medium businesses. For all these series, you get Microsoft Power Platform standard version inbuilt. Then you can get the add-ons also. Like with the add-ons, with the connectors, you can get the SAP connector. Likewise, there are ready-made connectors with Power Apps. Say Adobe Sign. There are a lot of 700 plus connectors is available in the Power Apps. So when you come to the custom API, the other parties, custom APIs and unique integration. Say you have all the connectivities, so connecting with the existing application. If it is support API integration, still there are very simple steps to follow on Power Apps. You can easily connect the application to post the data, pull the data, and everything. Then the other part is when you count the Power Automation, you can host your own API also. Like your other ERP can push data on the Power Platform. So they are kind of so in future series technical chat series we'll be talking about how to host the API and lot of things. So integration with other tools, as I explained, SharePoint, Teams, Outlook, plus many more with other scenarios. So my next slide is contain a small analysis about standard and premium to understand how it can differ. So when you talk about the feature, about the connectors, so standard connectors are available in the standard version like Excel, SharePoint, Microsoft Teams, and everything. So premium versions come with. So how it differs premium connectors? So which is not related to Microsoft or like not only Microsoft, there is SQL, SAP. So database we should talk about because today we are going to do a demonstration with SharePoint. So Dataverse is the native database for Power Apps, which is high secure like a normal SQL concept, but it is very secure and there are a lot of controls you can do. So Dataverse also comes under premium. Then data source limitation, basic Microsoft ecosystem integrations. When you come to premium, you get advanced integration with external databases. You can go with SQL, anything, Mongo, any database you can connect and other application also. The features, limited workflows and actions. There's a limit when you can going to run Power Automates. So today, Chamit will do one automations as well for the approvals. There's a daily limit when it comes to standard. When you count the premium, advanced capabilities like AI builder and custom integration. So AI builder, I will give a good example. Assume like you are receiving for your finance department receiving multiple invoices, supply invoices, which you have to uh, like pay. So there is a one person who are just reading them and updating in your ERP. So the AI build and everything, what we can do is we can build a Power Automate where automatically that invoice or with the OCR capabilities get data get extracted and it get pushed to the ERP. So that kind of advanced capabilities, not only that, it's a very simple one, but the latest, if you heard about, listen to the Microsoft Ignite, there are a lot of AI agent, chatbots, and everything releases with this Ignite technology. Then the cost factors including some business included in some Microsoft 365 plans. There are a lot of Microsoft plans available. In certain plans, standard version is included. So premium, you have to get additional licensing for the premium features. So my next slide is explaining you about the licensing. Sorry, before that. So Power Platform connectivity. So I talk about 700 plus more connections is available. So when you count the Power Platform, is bundled with Power BI. So you might already know about this Power BI with the advanced analytical tool where you can just build dashboards with a lot of data sources from Excel to advanced data sources, data lake, and everything. Now the Fabric also released more with the advanced technologies. So for the analyticals and reporting, then Power Automate. So Power Automate is comes to the two ways, Power Automates and desktop automation. So like desktop automation is like RPA side, robotic process automation. So both way you can use this Power Automate. The triggering part when the data is arrived to trigger and execute action, all those you can take this one Power Automate. Then Power Virtual Agents, AI chatbots, like when you are say you can host like when you have, let's say, I would say like for the HR, say your employee want to know about a policy, you can build this AI chatbot. Your employees can chat with this person and get extracted information. And Dataverse, as I explained about centralized data storage for native Power Platform. And I have missed to mention one thing. The other part is Power Pages, come with the Power Platform. So what the Power Platform and Power Pages difference is, Power Platform is moreover enterprise use, internal usage. So Power Pages is moreover external use, like web platform. You can build nice web application and users authentication, can build application where people can see connectivities and everything. So the beauty is everything governed under your Microsoft 365 ecosystem. So then looking into the license requirement. Okay. When it comes to license requirement, standard license is available with starting from Microsoft 365, say Business Basic, Business Standard, and E-Series licenses. So you don't want to pay additional when you're using standard features. So there are a lot of applications which we say by experience as an Impact ID as a Microsoft product, we have done a lot of automations and Power Platform developments. So then coming to the premium plans. So first concept is premium per app plan. So I just given a rough figure which get vary for per user per month, $5 to $10. This is not exact pricing, but I'm just giving a range about what is this premium per app plan. So it means you can build a one application with premium connectors and all the premium features. For the users who are using this application, each user need to get licensed with premium per app plan. Okay. So second premium plan is per user plan. So per user plan normally price get vary between $20 to $40. So premium per user plan means you get the license for your user account, your login. So that person specifically can access any number of premium applications. So I will just compare these two. Per app plan is for the application, one application, you can have premium features and everything. For the users who are looking to that application, need to be licensed with $5 to $10 license. If there is another application which you have premium features, then again you need to have another license per app plan for that. So premium per user plan means you assign the premium plan for the user account, which is cost you around $20 to $40 per month per user, but that user can access any number of premium application. So premium application, what we talk is, you might have a pretty cash application, we have a leave application, you might be having HR application. So likewise, when you have different applications, you can have this license. Then the last premium plan is pay as you go. What is this pay as you go? It means you pay for what you use. So this is very tricky part. You have to understand when you're building the application, what is the correct license requirement you need. So premium pay as you go concept is assume, okay, I will get this kind of example. Assume you need to build a help desk support system. Okay. So each month, say assume you have 10 employees. So you are building a premium power application, so with premium features. Say if you purchase per app plan, say assume $5. So 10 users, you have to pay every month $50. Okay. So if you go with the premium per user plan for this help desk support system, each user need to have license with 20. It means you are going to pay $100. So with the concept is if we have a single application, recommendation is go with premium per app plan because it is very less. Like for 10 users, $50. Then come to the pay as you go concept. So you are out of 10 users, how many will access this application within a 1 month? Maybe say one user didn't need any support at all. But if you are paying money for that one, for the license, it's like a cost for the organization. So this is a very basic example I'm taking. So, but when you come to the enterprises, with majority users, you can have this kind of applications with the pay-as-you-go platform, which you don't have a clear understanding how many users will access the platform during a month. Then what will happen is with the first session, when the user start to access within that month, will be charged, say out of 5 during the first month, if they start to access the application, then they will get charged, say assume $50. Out of 10, if all the people are going to access $100. Likewise, based on the usage, this gets charged. So this is how this license requirement is working with Microsoft Power Platform. There are different licenses for Power Pages and everything. So I would say personally, being a Microsoft fan and everything, so Power Platform license little bit complex and tricky. But if you have the right understanding and the right requirement, then you can have a clear understanding through a partner or by reading, following the Microsoft license guidance and get a better understanding about what is the best license requirement you need to have run this application. Okay, moving to the yes. So that's about giving you spending, I believe, maximum 15 to say 20 minutes about understanding about the what is the low code, no code, and what is Microsoft Power Apps, and what is the why Power Apps is important, and what is the license available, and the standard and premium differences. So now I'm going to just give my stage to Chamin Nadishan, my colleague, to just walk you through with what he's going to present and the hands-on demo he's going to conduct today. And Shamit, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Shamira. So I hope you all can hear me. Yes. So I'm going to share my screen first. Okay, and I hope you will see my screen. So, and as Shamira explained, I hope you have some brief understanding about the how Power Apps works and the licensing works. So the next step is to build some real application. So in today's session, I'm gonna build some sample petty cache request and approval system using Power Apps and Power Automate and SharePoint. So using the application, users will allow to create and submit their petty cache requests, and their supervisors will be notified, and they can perform the approval processes using this system. So if I move to other screen, so in today's session, so this is our first session. So I'm going to build these two user interfaces, and these are some basic user interfaces. So and so one thing I just want to highlight. So using the Power Apps, we can build some advanced and stunning user interfaces. So I'm gonna showcase one real live application to you to give you a brief introduction about the how the Power Apps capabilities and how to build some advanced user interfaces. As well as in the future sessions, we are building some complex application with stunning user interfaces. But in the today's session, the goal is to give a brief understanding about how to build the basic user interfaces and how to build database structures with SharePoint and how to build some Power Automate flows. So, and the technologies, if I talk about the technologies that I'm using this session, so Microsoft Power Applications, Power Apps for building the form and the user interfaces and the request management, and Microsoft Power Automate to build the flows to approval for the approvals and the notification sending for supervisors, and Microsoft Teams and Outlook for receiving some notifications and approval with the approval cards, and SharePoint for storing data. Okay. So this is a demo business process. So first thing, I'm going to build request creation. So I'm going to build a form with some fields so users allowed to feed the data, and they can save their data. And after that, it's a request submission. Once they click save button, so all data will be stored in the SharePoint list, and after that, their supervisors will be notified with the approval cards and some notifications. And third step is to approval process. So based on the approval notifications, so their supervisors will be allowed to give their approval outcome. So if they approve or reject, so SharePoint will be updated. So last step is to approval outcome. So users, supervisors will be can approve or rejected their submitted approval flows and their petty cache request. Based on their approval outcome, the SharePoint will be updated. So that's it about we give you a brief understanding about what we are going to building today. So if I move to so as I explained, so this is the one live application that developed by us. So as we can see, it includes some starting user interfaces and advanced user interfaces. So and we can move between the navigation bar and some tabs likewise. So in the future sessions, we're gonna build applications like this. Okay, in today's session, I'm gonna go to make.power. You go to this URL, you will be see a screen like this. So using this screen, you can create a blank apps and you can define your SharePoint structures and database structures like this. So if I click blank app, so I can select whether it is a blank canvas app or blank app with on database and Power Pages website. So we can choose between these options. So today's goal is to build a blank canvas app with some user interfaces. So then I'm clicking this one. Create. Then we can give an app name and we can give the format. So whether it is a phone or tablet. So if you're building a mobile application with a phone, if we're building a tablet or web, we can choose this one, tablet. So if you choose tablet, we can use that application in the web as well. So I'm giving a name. So this dash like this. So once I give the name, so I can create likewise. Okay, it is taking some time to load the app. Okay, so our blank app is created. So this is the interface of creating Power Apps. So as you can see, there are some options to connect. These are the layers of the app. And so to create, connect the data, we can give this option like this. If you need to add some screen, we can use these options. So, okay. So I'm creating the main screen, which is to submit all the open petty cache request. in the name. Okay. So we're gonna build this screen, like this below screen for submit the petty cache. The other screen is for view the all submitted requests. So first one is petty cache request petty cache screen. So as you can see, there is a little header and title of the page and a save button and some field to fill, like full name, department is a drop down, and amount, petty cache amount, and purpose, and selecting their supervisor, like this. So let's go to our app again. So first thing, I'm going to build the header like this. I'm going to insert a container, like vertical container, like this. Then I'm going to increase height and width. Okay. So inside this container, I'm going to insert another container for header, like it also a vertical container, right? So then after that, I'll be giving a height for our header. So it is a flexible height. I'm going to turn off. Then I can give a height use 100. Okay. So then I'm going to give a color to our header. So best practice is to define our color as a variable. Then we can access it from anywhere in our application. So I'm going to define a global variable. So how to define a global variable? We can select app. Then from this drop down, we can select on start. Then in here we can define our global variables. So I'm expanding this bar. And in here, so I'm defining our variable as like header color, likewise. Then the color value within this. I'm gonna give the color code for this. Okay, the color code is 2E5 0 and level E. Okay, so we define our color as a variable. Then after that, we need to execute our app. Like you can see in app, there is some dots in here. By clicking these dots, we can run on start. Likewise, so we execute our variable. Then in here, in the color palette, color option, we can give our variable. Their color, likewise. So can insert our color. The next step is to insert an image to show the avatar, like user's image and then user's name. So for that, I'm inserting another container, like horizontal container within here. Then here I'm inserting an image like this. In here we need to show user's image, log user's image. So in the image source, we can give like this user image. So like this, we can get the user's image, log user image. So from the Microsoft tenant. So I'm going to give some border radius. So in the border, can give some radius like 100. So after that, I will give some heading over our elements. And top and bottom as well. Likewise. So in the image, I'm reducing some height and width. Likewise. So as you can see, we inserted our image. The next step is to add the text. So for that, I will insert a text. So you can search it by giving the name, or you can select here text label. Likewise, I'm inserting that one. Okay. So for that, I'm increasing the font size as 80. 20, likewise. And I'm changing the color of the text as white. Okay. And I'm increasing the font weight as semi-bold. Okay. Then I want to show the user's name here. Like we can get that one like user full name. Likewise, we can get the name log user's name. So as I need to increase the width as well to 500. Likewise. So I'm gonna align this one, align center. Likewise, we can align our components within the our container. Okay, and I'm increasing the gap between these two elements in the image and the text. Like I'm increasing the gap as 10. Likewise. So as likewise, we can define that insert our elements like this. Then before user's name, I want to insert like text as hi Chamit Nadisha. Likewise, I need to insert the hi text before that. So for do that, I want to concatenate the username and the hi text. I will give it like this and a space, and likewise we can do that. Okay, so we created our header. The next one is to create the page title as well as the save button. So for that, I collapse this container for the main container. So this one is the main container. Within this main container, I'm gonna insert another container. It is a horizontal container. Okay. For that container also, we reducing the height as 100. Okay. So within that container, I want to insert the text as well as a button. So, okay. Insert a text. So I'm not inserting a text. I'm copying that text and paste it in this container. Okay. So I duplicated that text. Then I'm changing the color as black. So the header is request petty cache. So I want to rename that one. Yes, petty cache. So I'm going to align center, and I'm going to give some padding all over component. Okay. Then the next step is to insert the button. For button, I'm going to insert type button in here. Okay, I select the button. Okay. So I need to change the color of the button. So for that, I can change it in here, or else I can give the variable name like this. I can search it here. Giving the header color to our button background as well. Okay. So then the text as saved. Okay. Okay, so then I need to move the save button in end of the screen. So for that, what I'm doing is selecting this parent container. So as you can see, it has our label and our button inside this container. So I'm going to select this one, and I'm going to give justify as space between. Like this, we can move our save button at the end of the screen. Okay. So as you can see, there is a line between the screen. So that is the container shadow. So we need to remove that one. For that, you can see I'm selecting this container, and the drop down drop shadow, it is showing as light. So I need to give none. Okay. Okay, then we already created our header and page title. The next step is to build this form. For that one also, I'm inserting a container. Like it's a vertical container. Okay. So inside that, I'm gonna insert another container. It's a horizontal container. Within that horizontal container, I'm inserting another container, vertical container. So as you can see, I inserted 3 containers. So in this container, I'm inserting the form text label and the form input field within this container. So for that, getting a label, text label insert. Okay. And changing the name as full name. Okay. Within that, I'm inserting another container. Right. This one. I'm reducing the height as 70. Okay. So within that container, I'm inserting a text input. This one. Okay. And this image. So I'm setting image for a background color. That is why I'm setting image. Okay, we need to give a more width to our image. So we can increase like this. Then I need to move this image to send to back. Okay, like this we can change the background of the text input. Like you can give a color to the text like this. And I'm removing the image. So as you can see, there is an outline color in the text input. So I need to remove that one. There's a border. You border as none. Okay. So I want to give the same background color like this for text input as well. Like this. I need to give a border radius. If I play this up, we can give the full name. So there is a hover color. So we need to remove that one. Selecting text input, then I'm removing hover background. Let's check again. Yeah, there is no more hover background color in our form, as well as there are some shadows in the container. So we need to remove that one. Drop shadow as none. Yeah. It's a shadow in here. So we created text input with the label. We need to align that one. Giving a padding as 10 right and left. I need to move the play. Like this, we can insert our text input. So next one is adding more text input. So I'll collapse this container. Then I'm copying this container by clicking Control C. Then I'm going to this container 6. Then I'm click Control V in here. Okay, then it's duplicated. Likewise. Again, I'm pasting. I copied the container and I paste in the same container. Likewise, we can duplicate same text input. Then I'm going to customize this one. So the next one is department and purpose and amount. This one is part. Purpose. There are some drop shadows in here. So I'm going to remove that one as well. Okay. I'm going to increase the width of that image as 420. Yes, same as the next container. As you can see, we created our text input like this. So department is not a text input, it is a drop down. So I removing this text input from here. Okay, then I adding a drop down. So simply we can search drop down. Then I'm adding a drop down in here. Then we need to customize that one. I'm increasing the width as 20, 400. Giving the background color as this the same color that we need put in the other text input. So I'm removing this chevron color as there's no color, and that's black. Because and there is a border. I'm gonna remove that border as well. At least we created the department drop down as well. So there are two more text inputs. Purpose and supervisor. Purpose is a text input. The supervisor is also a drop down. So I'm going to collapse these containers. So this is a parent container, and within that container we have this container. So we need to reduce the height. Yes, 100, 120. Okay. Then I'm going to copy this container and go to this parent container, and I'm going to paste. Okay. So then I'm going to remove, select these two containers, and I'm going to remove this drop shadow as now. Okay. Okay. Then I'm going to remove one text input. Then in here, this one is for purpose. This one is for amount. This one is for purpose. Okay. I'm going to increase the width like 600. Like this. Okay, and also I'm going to increase the text input and the image width as well. The text input. So this one is selecting the supervisor. And also this one is a drop down, not a text input. So I'm going to delete this text input, and I'm going to copy this drop down and paste it in here. So like I'm going to adjust the position. Okay. Okay, like this, we finished our form. So as you can see, we can give the full name. We need to select the drop down department from the drop down. We need to give the text amount, and we need to give the purpose, and we need to select our supervisor. Okay, so we finish that form. Then we need to move to our building our database structure. For that one, I'm going to move to our SharePoint. So by clicking these dots, we can move to SharePoint by clicking this SharePoint button. Okay. So if not, we can go to SharePoint by giving the URL. So in here, we can define our database structure. Before the creating tables, I'm gonna create a site. So by clicking this plus icon, create site. Okay. We need to choose whether it is a team site or communication site. So for this demonstration, I'm gonna select this communication site. So then we need to select a template. So you can select any templates from here. So I'm gonna choose this standard communication site. Okay, but then we can use this template. Then we need to give a site name. Okay, I'm gonna give dash star. Okay. So as well as we can give a site description. So I'm not giving a site description in here. Okay, then next, then we can select the language. So I'm giving the default language as English. Then we can create a site. Okay, so as you can see, we created our communication site, SharePoint site. Then the next step is to creating our tables. So first, I'm gonna select new. So this is a list, so same as a table. So I'm gonna give a list. It's a SharePoint list. Then I'm gonna give a name for our table. So I'm gonna select a blank list. So if it is if you have some Excel sheet or a CSV file, we can import from them as well. So, but I'm gonna give a blank list. So then the table name, giving the hash request, and then create. Then our table is created. So I'm defining the fields in columns in our table. So title is a default column. Then I'm adding more columns by clicking this add. So we can define our columns in here, whether it is a text or it is a datetime field or number, we can choose it from here. So before that, I'm gonna display our table column ID, row ID in here. For that, I can click show or hide columns. So in from here, I can mark ID. So if I need the created date time, I can check that one as well. Likewise, we can choose the default columns in here. Then I'm giving the apply. Okay. So ID and created columns are generated. The next one is creating a request name. So I'm choosing the text. So we are giving the column as requester name. It is a single line of text. So there is no default values. There is no description. So I'm gonna give save. So next one is department. So for department, it is not a text-based value. It is a number because I'm gonna create another table for storing our departments. Then I'm gonna choosing giving the department ID as this petty cache request. So then I'm gonna choose this number. Then department ID. Type is number. I'm gonna say. Then amount giving as text. Okay. And purpose. Okay. And supervisor email. So I'm capturing supervisor email for sending the notification purpose. So I'm storing the supervisor email in our table as well. So it is a text. And supervisor name. Okay. Then approval status. I'm giving it as a number because I'm not giving a text-based approval status. So like I'm defining as it is as a number. So 1 for represent approved, 2 for represent rejected, 3 for represent pending. So likewise, I'm giving a number or represent approval status. So that is why I'm choosing a number from here. Approval status. Likewise. So that's it about creating a petty cache request. The other step is to we need to create the department table as well. For that, I'm gonna go to main screen. Okay. In here, I need to create another list, new list as departments. Okay. It is a blank list, and I'm giving the name as department. Okay, so department has IDs as well, so I'm gonna add column as ID. It's not anything here. So I'm gonna create ID column. Okay, then department name. I'm selecting save. Okay, so we created a department table. So then I'm going to feed some data in the department table, because we are not creating a screen for create departments. So then I'm gonna update. So for that, I'm selecting editing grid view. And then I can give some sample data. So I title as so ID is automatically generated one. Name as I'm gonna give it accounting or accounting department. IT for job. Okay, so I created some sample records. So I'm exit from this grid view. Okay, so we created a department table and a petty cache request table. For then the next step is to connecting this SharePoint site in our Power Apps. So then I'm going to our Power App. In here, for connecting our SharePoint site, we can go to this one. In the left navigation, there is a item called data. So in here, then I can select add data. In here, we can search SharePoint, because we are connecting a SharePoint site. I'm selecting this SharePoint. Okay. Okay. So it is now it's showing other sites. So in here, there is no our creator site. So it is a petty cache requester. So there is no our site. So what we can do is we can copy our site URL from here. Then we can paste. Then we can connect. Okay. So after the connection, it will show all the tables that we created in that SharePoint site. So we didn't create document table. So it is a default table in the SharePoint site. So then we can mark our tables. So in here, in this application, we are connecting department and petty cache request table, our apps. So by selecting these our tables, we can select connect. Okay, just taking some time to connect the tables. Okay, so our tables are connected. Okay, so the next one is to show all the created departments in our drop down. Currently, it is not showing all the departments. It is showing some random numbers as 1, 2, 3. So we need to show our created departments in this drop down. For that one, we can select this drop down. Then in here, it is showing the properties of the drop down. So in here, this in the items, from this drop down, we can select a department table. Okay. Then value as name, because the created column name is this one, name. So that is why we are giving the value as name. So as you can see, now you can see all the created departments. Okay. So there is another drop down as supervisors. We don't want to create another table for showing the supervisors, because supervisors are we can get all the users in your organization tenant. So for to do that one, we need some plugin as Office 365. So in the data section, I'm gonna search as Office 365. Add new Office 365 users. In here, I can add that one as well. Using that plugin, we can get all the users in your organization tenant. So then all the users in your organization tenant, we need to show in this drop down. So we can select this drop down in the items. We can select these items. Then this 365 users. Search users. Right. Then as the value, we need to give the display name. Likewise, we can get all the users from your tenant. Then we can select any user from this dropdown. Okay, so we completely finish our user interface. Removing this default text from text inputs. Okay, the next one is next step is to save our created data. So users can fill full name, department, amount by clicking the save. We need to save these records in our SharePoint petty cache request table. The SharePoint list is still loading. In the petty cache request table, we need to save the data that users are entering in this form. To do that one, I can select this button. So it has a property called on select. In on select, we need to write the code to save our data. For doing that one, I'm writing as a code as a patch. So patch is for changing the data in the petty cache tables. Then I'm giving the table name. Cache request. default okay. Then I'm gonna give the column names. Title one and requester name. So we need to get the text input from here. So then I'm selecting the text input and I'm getting the name. I'm copying the text input name. And after that, I'm going to again go to this paste, then dot text. Likewise, we can get the text from text input. The other one is department. So it is a department ID. From this drop down, I'm copying this drop down name, go to code, then dot selected record, and I'm getting the ID department. So that amount. This one. Code. And purpose. This text input. And email and twice a name. Twice an email. Getting this drop down, copying this drop down. This one. Selected mail. And twice a name. I'm getting it from the same drop down. Selected display. Then I need to give the approval status. So approval status. I'm giving the approval status as free because when the user is submitting, it is after submitting it is pending because spaces are not yet their approval actions. So initially it is pending. So that is why I'm giving free as approval status. Okay, that's it about catching the data. It is showing some error in here. False. It's defaults. Okay, so after saving our data, I need to display a notification to users that your form is successfully submitted. To do that one, I will give some notification, notify, and I'm giving the notification text for like this. And the notification type is success message. So then that's it about saving the data in the SharePoint side. So I'm going to run this one. Then I'm going to give to check that one. I'm going to give some sample data. Char. Selecting supervisor, then hit save. Okay, it is showing our success message. So if I go to it's still loading. Okay. So our data is stored in the list like this. So record is saved. Okay, so that's how the data is saving in the SharePoint list. For the next step is to create the approval Power Automate flows. For that one, I'm going to Power Automate. Okay. By clicking the Power Automate, we can go to Power Automate. Okay, so this is the Power Automate. So create a Power Automate. I need to go to create, or I can view my flows. So then I'm going to create a new flow. In here, I'm gonna create instant cloud flow. I'm giving a name. Petty cache requester. Lazy Google Outlook. Likewise, I'm giving the name. Then I can choose a trigger. So because I'm getting some parameters from our Power application, so then I can select this Power app. Then after selecting, I'm selecting this create button. Okay, so our Power Automate flow is created. So we need to create some actions. Before that, I'm getting some parameters from our created Power Apps. So I can define parameters by clicking this one and then input. First, I'm getting a request name. It is a text. After that, I'm getting the supervisor email. For, email to sending the approval cards, and I'm getting the supervisor name as well. Finally, I'm getting the this ID. So using this ID, I can get all information that related to this request. So then it is a number. Okay. Request ID. Likewise, I can define parameters. Okay. Then I'm inserting a next step as is send it is send email with options. So we are sending some emails to supervisors with some options to approve or reject this request. So along with the email body, I'm sending some two buttons, action buttons for approve and reject. So that is why we are selecting send email with options. Selecting this one. Okay. So in this action, we need to give email that we are sending. So this one is a dynamic content. It is supervisor email. So this email is receiving to supervisor email subject. Like I can give waiting your response like that. Okay. Then it is asking the user options. So I can give true or reject. Okay. Then it is asking a body. So I can define the body in the like within a compose. So before that, I'm adding a compose. Within that compose, I'm gonna write some HTML codes within the p tag. I'm gonna display here supervisor name, not requester name, supervisor name, and within another p tag. So a new petty hash request has been created by requester name. So these are the parameters that we define in here. So we directly get it from our Power Apps. And awaits your work. Please take please take sorry action. Request we can give some message to our supervisor. Detect. So this is our email body. So as the email body, I'm going to give this compose output. So by selecting this, we can give in the compose, we can give output. Okay, we created a send email with options action. So then I'm adding another action to get our request. To get our request details, I can get it from our SharePoint site. The SharePoint get items. Let's get item. I'm going to rename this one. Get first. Then I need to choose the site address. This one is our site address, PTCache requested. Then the list name, PTCache request. Then I need to give the ID to get all the details. Then this one, request ID, because we are getting it from our Power App. Okay, so we got our request. Then I need to get the supervisor action. So based on supervisor action, I need to change this record approval status. If he click the approve, I need to change this approve state. If he rejected, I also need to change this one. To do that one, I'm going to insert a condition. Condition. Selected option. So it is getting from this action. If supervisor selected option is equal to approve, this one, I need to change the requested status. So if it is true, I'm going to give update date. Here I need to give site address, cache requested, list name, petty cache. I can get the ID from this action because we already get our request from SharePoint. Then title, I'm not changing the title. Request name, department ID, and amount, purpose, supervisor email, and supervisor name. The only thing we are changing is approval status. If we press approve, we need to change approval status. So other data fields we are not changing. The only thing is approval status. If he select approve, we need to change approval status as approved. Then I'm giving this number as approval status. So if we select approve, we are changing approval status. If we select not selected approve, that means he selected reject. So then if no, we need to change the approval status as rejected. To do that one, I'm gonna copy this action, then I'm gonna paste in here from my clipboard. I need to change approval status as 2. Okay, so that's it about creating the lazy approval. So I'm gonna click save. Okay, it is saved. Then I need to connect this created flow in our Power App. To do that one, so I need to go to same as data. If we click this 3 dots, you can see Power Automate. Then by clicking at flow, we can choose it from this list. If there is no any flow called this one, we can simply refresh by clicking these three dots, refresh. Okay, then we can search CR release approval by clicking this one, we can add. Okay, so we added the created approval flow. So then we need to connect it to our save button. Okay. So when the user clicks save, we need to execute our flow as well. Then that one I'm selecting a flow, then dot run. Then I need to pass the parameters from our Power Apps to Power Automate Flow. Then first one is requester name. So requester name is this text input. The second one is supervisor email and supervisor name. So this one is supervisor mail and supervisor name. And finally, we need to get the request ID. So currently this one is saved. So to get the ID, we can assign this record patch function in to a variable. So to do that one, I'm gonna insert this within the update context. So here I'm gonna define a new variable, first ID. Then I can assign patch function to a request ID. So that one, once it's saved, so it will return the request ID. So once this record is saved, it will assign to this request ID. Then by copying this request ID, I'm going to pass our save request ID to our flow. Likewise, we can pass all the parameters to our flow. Okay. Then we can run our flow by giving some data. I'm gonna give some data as it's in accounting department. Supervisor is I can select supervisor from dropdown. Once I click saved, okay. So if I go to my flow, right, this is the created flow by clicking these three dots. So if I go to run history, so this one is currently running. Okay. So that one is currently running. So it is pending from the sending email option. So if I go to my Outlook, so I'm the supervisor. As you can see, I received an email like this. request for input. So a new petty cache request has been created by David and await your approval. Please take necessary action. So this is a body that we created in the Power Automate flow. So these are the options. So supervisor can click approve or reject based on his approve response. The SharePoint list get updated. So if I click approve, so I created the approve. It is showing your response has been recorded. Then if I go to our SharePoint list, so this is the record that I created. Then I approve that one. So then our approval status is changed to 1 from 3. So our flow is executed successfully. Okay, so that is how we are working with the Power Automate, and we are connecting Power Automate with Power Apps and updating SharePoint data based on responses from Power Automate. Okay, so we have finished this one. This is screen. So the next one is this is screen which shows all the records, in this is screen. One is screen. So users will allow to view all the request using one screen. To do that, I'm gonna go again to our screen. Okay. So I'm gonna duplicate this same screen. Okay, I duplicate this screen. I'm gonna rename all pay cache. I'm changing title. All requests. I'm changing the button as a button label. Button text as add new. Then I'm gonna remove all the components within this container because I need to show all the requests in a gallery. So then I'm removing this one. Okay, something happened. Then I'm gonna insert a container in here. What are the fields? Okay, ID, requester name, and likewise. I'm gonna insert some text label in here. I need to show the ID and requester name. amount. Finally, the approval status. So for below that, I need to insert a gallery. It's a vertical gallery. So I inserted a gallery. I need to increase the width. Then I'm going to remove this arrow and this image and this text. Okay. In here, I need to connect to this gallery our SharePoint table as the source. Then I'm choosing this petty cache request. In here it is ID, this item ID. I'm going to reduce the width and duplicating this one. Then the requester name. Requester name. Second one is third one is amount. Amount. The final one is approval status. It is a number. Status. So it is a number. We don't want to show numbers as approval status. We need to show the text as approved, rejected, or pending. To do that one, we need to write a if statement. Approval status equals to 1. Then it is approved. Is rejected. It is not. Is pending. Is showing some error. This item is Oh, I'm gonna write a switch statement in here. Switch. This item approval status one approved. If it is 2, rejected. If it is 3, is pending. Likewise, I can define switch statement. It is switch statement is not most good for better for this one other than if statement. So I created switch statement in here. So based on the approval status, it is showing approved, rejected, or pending. Likewise. Okay, so in by clicking the add new, so we need to go, user need to navigate to this is free. To do that one, I can in the on select, navigate, dash request, cover right, like this. So if you click this one, it will go to this is free. If we click save, so finally we need to navigate to main screen as well, which includes all the requests, all petty cache requests. We select save, so we are redirect to this screen as well. Okay, so we created our 2 screens with all the functionalities. So I hope you have some understanding about how to work with Power Apps and Power Automates and SharePoints. So if you have any questions, you can raise it from here, or you can contact me later. So yes, so that's it about my demo session. So thank you so much for your time. Yeah. Shamir, you have anything to add or?
Yeah, am I audible, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm just checking. Are there any questions raised? No questions, right, in the Q&A?
Yeah, Shamir, there is no any questions currently.
Okay, then thank you very much for all the attendees who have joined for this one. Like, I believe like it is quite a. Okay, give me 1 second. I just got a notification like there's a question. Let me check. Marshan, I received like you have added it in the like question, but I cannot see. Can you just mention the question in the same chat? Okay, the question is for authentication on a Power App application, for like this PTCache application. Is it possible to use external authentication mechanism like JWT or OpenID Connect with non-Microsoft accounts? Okay. So to answer that one, I'm saying like yes, it is possible. Like the say, it should be implemented like this. because anyway Power App need to be open and logged in by a authorized valid account. Say assume that the scenario is like this. So you have Microsoft 365 account, but you need to be authenticated through a different application and other things likewise. Then what we can do is you can simply connect this OpenAI and everything, and just there's separate API. You can call OAuth connectivities and likewise. So the simple answer is yes, but you have to follow a little small tricky way of implementing this. Okay. So if you have any questions, others, you can post it in the chat group. Because I know it's very late for everyone. Okay. Then let's wind up today's session. Impact ID Tech Chat Plus, and have a I would say good night, everyone, and thank you for being in the call for the duration. I think we almost drag up to 2 hours. So please expect the next session after 2 weeks, and we will be announcing that what is the topic and what is the technology we are going to talk about. So it will be also a highlight plus a practical session. Thank you again, and thank you very much joining. See you all in after 2 weeks. Thank you.